Today's video is brought to you by the Ridge wallet, ridge.com/Pimpnite. The Ridge is a quality, minimalistic front pocket product designed to upgrade from the old, bulky wallet. The Ridge is slim, RFID blocking, holds up to 12 cards and room for cash. It also has over 30,000 5-star reviews. The Ridge wallet comes in a whole range of styles, including carbon fiber, forged carbon, titanium, and many other styles to suit your needs. Ridge also offers other great accessories like phone cases, bags, mobile charging, knives, and a lot of other great quality products. Take advantage of the free shipping so you can get it fast, free returns if you don't like it, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/Pimpnite. That's right, ridge.com/Pimpnite, and use code Pimpnite, link in the description. Thanks Ridge for the channel sponsor and to all those who have purchased their products. What's up YouTube? For today's video, we went for highest speed stat Pokemon team for Generation 8. What I did is I picked the 6 highest speed stat Pokemon and I put them together in one team, which was pretty interesting. I did these battles on my Twitch, people. If you want to watch me stream there, I do all my live streaming there. And thank you to all the people who have actually come over already. I really, really appreciate the support. So today, it's good to be back with the theme team as well. If you're hyped for the theme team, just drop that like, people. Today, we got 2 battles and they were super, super fun. Now, the first battle we got was against Huntdown, and we got a theme team here. I wonder if you guys can guess what this theme team is. So we got a Zamazenta lead here. Now, what I did right is I noticed Zamazenta and Zacian, right, both with their items, they still had, without their items and with their items, they were still in the top 6 speed stat Pokemon. So I decided to take their items off and do something a little bit different, like use the other ones, right? Because we had a few repeat team members on this team, right? So go for that Moonblast there, almost taking Dragapult out in one shot. It was very, very close, and now Dragapult's going to go for a light screen, so a bulky Dragapult. I knew that as soon as I outsped it too. So we got max speed and max special attack on this set. Obviously, I can't go for anything else here than Moonblast. I might as well just keep going for Moonblast because it's going to be super effective. So the Dragapult is going to go down. That's going to give me a nice lead. Now, unfortunately for me, the Zamazenta is going to be hitting so hard under the light screen. However, it's still going to be hitting pretty hard against another Dragapult. You guys may have guessed this team is a full Dragapult team. I've actually got a full Dragapult team coming up on the channel eventually too. Alright, so go for another Moonblast, and man, Dragapult just eats that Moonblast. It's a solid 5-hit KO. So we got the Dragapult going for an infestation there. So they've trapped me in, right? So that's not too good. They are thinking, okay, they've got some form of recovery maybe on this set. I know that it can get rest and that sort of thing. I thoroughly looked at Dragapult, right? I'm making a Dragapult team of my own. Like, I basically know all the moves that it gets. So I thought, okay, we'll just keep going for Moonblast and see what it's going to do, right? And now we've got the Protect. So it's got Infestation and Protect. So like, okay, does it have an attacking move, or does it have like another move to do any damage to me? Or are they just relying on Infestation at the moment to do as much damage to me as possible? At this point, I can't swap either, but I know once the infestation runs out, I can definitely swap out my Zamazenta, which is quite funny considering I've got Choice Specs and Moonblast, and it's still tankier. So go for another Moonblast here. That's my best option and my only option because I'm trapped in, and that actually hits pretty hard considering to the Dragapult. So probably about 5 to 6 hit KO now. So getting an amazing special attack drop. It's going to be going for a Curse. So Curse is a really cool move, right? If you're a Ghost type and you use it, you get a boost in you don't get a boost in attack and defense and a drop in speed. You actually sacrifice half of your health, right, and put a curse on the opponent. So me being the opponent, it's going to drop that curse on me, doing a quarter damage to me every turn, which is a lot, like when you take into account the infestation and the curse damage, right? It's very, very nasty. So the next turn, I know that I'm going to feign here because I can go for a Moonblast, but I know they're going to go for Protect, right? So my Zamazenta is going to be toast, people. My Zamazenta is going to get sent to the moon instead. All right, so poor Zamazenta, go for the Moonblast. It's going to hit the Dragapult to Protect. But I mean, I guess it did pretty well, right? It nearly took out 2 Dragapults itself. Well, in actuality, the second one nearly took itself out because it did like half damage to Curse. But anyway, it's the same thing anyway. The Zamazenta is going to go down to the Curse and then the Infestation damage. Curse is a really cool move when you use it on Ghost types too. I actually had a really good Dusknoir set with Curse and Pain Spit. It's actually like super good. Maybe, I think I did a Dusknoir sweep on my channel. Would have been back in Gen 7. Anyway, so we're going to bring in the Zacian here. Man, I've got an amazing set for you guys. So I was actually dreaming the other night, right? And I was dreaming I could do a struggle Zacian set. I could swap it in, get a +1 at attack, have an animate nature, and still be pretty good in speed too, and take stuff out with typeless damage. So go for that struggle, and Dragapult is going to go down to a struggle. That felt so good, people. Now, the interesting thing about this is I would have loved to have like a normal Zacian, right, with the blade, but you can't give it the blade, right, or the sword, right, because you have to have Assault Vest as the item and a status type move. So that's actually impossible to do, unfortunately. I would have loved to do it. Anyway, so we got maybe we can do a sweep with this set. Would you guys like to see a struggle sweep with Zacian? I have done a struggle sweep before with Rampardos, but I don't think a lot of people have seen it because YouTube didn't send it up properly. Regardless, let's get back to the battle. We got the third Dragapult going for a Dragon Dance. I can go for a struggle here, obviously, and Struggle's actually going to do some pretty good damage to Dragapult. It's a clear 3-hit KO. So now they've got the light screen wearing off, which is good. At least my special moves will do something now. And I got obviously I'm thinking, well, Dragapult's going to definitely be able to take me out this time. It's going to go for a quick attack. So I knew after seeing Dragapult that some Pokemon on this team, well, someone was going to eventually bring a quick attack Dragapult to me. And here you go, people, the meme is real. Normal gem quick attack. Now, unfortunately for me, I actually had some recall damage and I went down to my own recall instead of feigning the quick attack, but it doesn't matter. I got wrecked instead. So we're going to bring in the Escu here. Now, Escu, obviously, with its ice head or ice face on there, isn't going to be reaching 130 base speed. It's when it actually gets rid of its ice head and it goes into its, I'm not sure how to say, I think it's nice form or something like that. It's going to actually get very speedy and very much more offensive. So this is going to be a Belly Drum Icicle Seer set, and this is actually meant to have King's Rock on the set, but I had Scopeland instead. So just pretend it had King's Rock. So I've got a flinching set there with Zen Headbutt and Waterfall. They've already got a flinch chance, so it doesn't matter, but I wanted to make the Icicle Sphere actually have a flinch chance. So Dragapult's going to go for the Thunder Wave here, and it's going to paralyze me, and I couldn't attack after the Belly Drum. That was very mean there and very heartbreaking, because now Dragapult is going to be able to go for a boosted Hex there because it paralyzed me. Hex is going to get like a double base power, and Escu is going to get turned into an Ice Block. Wait, it's already an Ice Block, never mind. It's going to get turned into a puddle of water. So the next Pokemon we got is the Barraskewda. Now, Barraskewda has very high speed, 136 base speed. So this set is probably the most standard set on my team, I guess. I sort of had it on there in case I got in trouble against some really sweaty teams, right? This was a choice banded set. We got Liquidation, Aqua Jet, Close Combat, what was the other move? Psychic Fangs, of course, I just used it. Awesome. So Barraskewda couldn't really do too much to Dragapult outside of going for Psychic Fangs, so that's pretty much what I did. And I sort of hope for the best. I get like maybe a 2-hit KO on Dragapult. But unfortunately for me, right, the Dragapult actually paralyzed me, so now I'm going to get hit hard by like a Hex. However, we got the Dragapult swapping out, and we got another Dragapult coming in. So this is Dragapult. Man, this is going to be fun for Cap to edit this. He's not even going to know what Dragapult is what. So we got the Psychic Fangs here, and Psychic Fangs will still do some pretty good damage to the Dragapult. However, Dragapult's going to outflee me, and it's going to go for a Fly. It's going to be a Fly Power Herb set. Look how good Fly looks like. Look at this, guys. Look at this. It looks amazing. So I'm going to get hit by Dragapult's tail, which is kind of impossible if it's a ghost, but it doesn't matter. Going for the Psychic Fangs there and doing 3/4 damage was actually really good. Now, if it does have any other sets that are 2-turn, it's not going to be able to get them. So it's going to go for a Fly again, and it's going to fly high in the sky. Now, could be, like, I could swap out here, but Barraskewda isn't the greatest against this team. I mean, all I can do is Psychic Fang. So I was like, it doesn't really matter. I'll just let it faint to a Fly, and it'll go down. I can send something in that's going to be more appropriate. So all I've taken out at the moment is 2 Dragapults. We still got like 4 other Dragapults in on this battle. So we're going to swap in my own Dragapult. Now, the reason I didn't swap this in so earlier on, right, because in case, my opponent had a Focus Dash, it took me out early, like, I would have been in a world of pain. So we got the Dragapult coming in here. Obviously, I'm going to go for the Shadow Bolt, and that's going to take out this and the Barraskewda were probably my most solid sets on this team. I kind of needed a couple, you guys to see what sets I'm running, so I needed a couple of more stable sets. So this is a Jetpack Dragapult, and we've got the Draco Meteor here. We've got Fire Blast, Hydro Pump, and Shadow Ball. just for coverage, really. And say I use Draco meter, right? I drop the Draco, I take them out, then my stats drop. The eject pack will come into effect and actually swap me out of the battle. So that way I'm not into a situation where I'm at negative in special attack mode. So we got an attract Dragapult coming in here. Oh no, and I get through the attract and I get the Draco meter off, man. If that attract actually worked, I don't even want to know what the other set was for that. Like, it'll probably be like something super scummy. So that Dragapult is going to go down and we've taken out half the Dragapult army. Hope you guys are enjoying this Dragapult team so far. Actually, we've taken out more than half the Dragapult army now. If you think about it, wait, when you look at Dragapult's head, there's babies on there too. So it's essentially like more than 6 Pokemon, right? Okay, bringing in the Darmanitan. Now, Darmanitan has been on a couple of these teams. Now, the only way I can get the 135 base speed is by going into Zen mode. So, I love Zen mode, so let's go for a substitute here and get myself into there. So, we got the Dragapult go for a Thief. It crits me with Thief, and it's going to put me in Zen mode at the same time. So, it's going to steal my Scope Lens. This is a Focus Energy Scope Lens set. So, I'm like, okay, fine. I've got my sub up. And I'm going to be able to go into Zen mode. So this is actually really good, right? So I've got Zen mode and the sub. I'm going to be like super fast and hitting like super hard. So I've got Flame Wheel and Ice Fang on this set. Then I was like, okay, I can easily go for an Ice Fang here, or I can even go for a Focus Energy and get my crits up. But I was like, no, I could go for Ice Fang and easily take out this Dragapult. Then I've only got like one left to actually deal with there, which could be Dynamax. And instead of going for an Ice Fang, I got outsped by Infiltrated Quick Attack. Two of them have Quick Attack. Or it's the same one but before. God damn it. Infiltrated Quick Attack. That better be the top comment. Something's going to be going on in the comment section that's going to be bad. Alright, so I've got a Dragapult here as my last Pokemon, as you guys know. I'm at desperation stage. I've got to go for Dynamax, and I've got to take this Dragapult out, man. There's too many Dragapults on the screen. There's like one. There's like 7 of them, right? Then you count the babies. There's like, I guess there's like 2 in the... Yeah, there's 2 up the top. So there's like 6, 7... Alright, 7 2s are 14. So add that together, and that's all the Dragapults you got on the field. Or you count the baby Dragapults. So going to that big old Dynamax Dragapult there, I did actually remember my Dynamax candies. Clap, people. And we got the Shadow Ball that's easy going to take out the the second last Dragapult. Okay. Now, this was the thing, right? They had one more Dragapult left. I had one more Dragapult left. I was like wondering, are they running a positive in speed stat and max in speed, right? So I was like, this could definitely be a speed tie, right? And they have a Dynamax, so I know they're going to Dynamax as well, right? Then, obviously would make sense. So I could go for a Shadow Ball, I could go for the Draco Meteor or the Dynamax versions of those moves, and either one of them is going to take it out. Unless this thing has like a focus band or something like that, and, you never know in these battles, people. My audience does very much love to troll me. Okay, so we got 2 big old Dynamax Dragapults on the field here, and pretty much this one was going to be up to a speed tie. We both had the same speed stat, and I managed to get the first attack off a speed tie there, and that's pretty much the game. Hope you people enjoyed this first battle. A full Dragapult team, a very close and exciting battle there. And speed tie at the end as well. I think we had a chat at the end of the battle on stream, and it was a positive speed nature Dragapult. All right, let's get on to the second battle. And the second battle was just as entertaining as the first one, so make sure you stick around. Also, I'm going to say this now, I've got a very entertaining bonus battle there. You don't want to miss this one, people. It's super funny. Okay, next battle we got is against, I think that's how you say good. Is that how I say good? And they've got a Grimmsnarl lead. This one was also done on my stream. Now, Grimmsnarl could be a little bit of a pain here. I've got to swap out my Dragapult, and I've got to swap in my other Pokemon, which is going to be my Darmanitan. Like, I might be able to take a hit here, though. They could go for a Sucker Punch. Instead of doing that, they went for a Light Screen. So it's like, okay, Light Screen, that's fine. I'm running a physical set. Now, unfortunately for me, they went for a Taunt. A Prank's a Taunt, so I can't use Substitute at all. I thought they'd just attack me, right? Because it's a Darmanitan, and, Darmanitan don't sit up too much. It just spams, like, Icicle Crash and stuff like that. Okay, so swapping into my Zamazenta, this is a choice spec set there, getting a +1 defense, which will be handy if it's got a physical move. Normally it does. So it's got Taunt, it's got Reflect, and Light Screen. So I'm yet to see any sort of physical or just any attacking move whatsoever. So I thought it may have like False Surrender or Foul Play or Sucker Punch, something like that. So Moonblast does a good amount of damage there to Grimmsnarl, and it's going to be the Foul Play set, which is going to do absolutely nothing to my Zamazenta. I'm going to resist it, and I've got a +1 defense, so it's going to be super handy. So go for that Moonblast there. Grimmsar's going to be a 3-hit KO against the Grimmsar, dropping its special attack, which doesn't even matter at all. So now we've got another foul play from the Grimmsar, and I can easily finish off this Grimmsar with like a Moonblast. But this time I decided to actually swap it out and go into my Escu. So I'm actually trying to force my Escu into its nice form, right? That's what I wanted to do like all battle. So I wanted to get the Darmant and Zen mode into its form and the, Escu into its form too, so I can actually use them at their fullest speed. So going for that, for that Icicle Sphere there, and Grimmsar is going to go down. I was actually kind of worried for a second that wouldn't take it out. I need a crit. I don't need a crit. I need a drink. How do you get crit and drink mixed up? Okay, so the next Pokemon coming out is the Excadrill. Now, Excadrill is a very, very good Pokemon, and very, very scary Pokemon too. So go for the Waterfall, hoping I can get a flinch against this thing, and it's not really going to do much damage, or it's not going to do like a flinch ever. So poor Pingu got sent back to his igloo. Bad boy. So we still got 5 more Pokemon to deal with here, and I've got to take out this Excadrill, man. I've got to take it out. It's such a scary Pokemon. So now we're going to be going into Darmanitan. The light screen has worn off. I'm going to pop that substitute up because I know I'm not going to get taunted this time, right? So subs up, we got the Iron Head here. Excadrill doesn't have any sand up or anything like that, so it's not going to be like super, super fast. If I do take an Iron Head from this thing without a substitute, I'm going to be going down like a sack of potatoes, right? So getting that second substitute up there, that's going to put me over the Zen mode limit now, and it's going to change me into the Zen mode form. So I've got Flame Wheel on this set. I don't have any room to really set up a Focus Energy to get that 100% crit ratio with the Scope Lens, but I thought, you know what, the Reflect's now gone. I can go for a Flame Wheel in Zen mode. It's stab. Even though it's like a really low base power move, it's going to do like a lot of damage to Excadrill. So go for that Flame Wheel there, and Excadrill gets Flame Wheeled, and that's going to be going down. So we've taken 2 Pokemon out, so things are pretty good at the moment. Next Pokemon we got is a Mewtwo. So it's like, oh, good, Mewtwo. Now I was thinking, okay, I might be able to get an Ice Fang damage against this, or like a flinch on the Ice Fang damage, and maybe a freeze. That'd be awesome too. So go for Ice Fang. I did miss, which is good, and it's close to a 2-hit KO, and we got an Aura Sphere coming from Mewtwo, and Mewtwo is going to absolutely destroy my Galar Darmanitan. Damn it. If only I had like a better move, I reckon Icicle Crash probably nearly would have taken that out. Actually, it would have taken it out. Next Pokemon is the Barraskewda. Now, I can go for a Liquidation or an Aqua Jet. I decide to go for the Liquidation. I'm running an Adamant set with max speed and Choice Band, and Mewtwo is going to get absolutely dominated by that. We got 3 more Pokemon remaining, but man, it gets interesting here. So we got the Cloyster coming out. Now, usually this would be a great swap in for Cloyster. It could go for a free Shell Smash and, really set up on me. So I decided to go for the Dynamax and then go for Close Combat, giving myself a +1 in attack. Now, the thing about Cloyster, right, if it does have Shell Smash, which I was like a 99.9% positive that it did, it would have to either Dynamax. If it Dynamax, it would lose its ability to go for a Skilling move, right? It would have to go for like, usually they've got Icicle Sphere, Rock Blast, Shell Smash, and like another coverage move. So they would have had to go for a rock type move, right? Max Rockfall. Or they go for a King's Rock Blast. And I was very confident that I could live that one, or both of those attacks. Obviously with the Dynamax giving me a little bit of extra health too, and it not being super effective. So we got the Shell Smash there. It doesn't have a, actually doesn't have a White Herb. I'd say it's got a Focus Sash because that didn't activate. And now I can easily go for another Max Knuckle to take this out, right? So I've got a +1 in attack. That's actually going to really help me out a lot. And Cloyster is going to be going for that Rock Blast. So as you can see, it would have done a lot of damage to Barraskewda if I wasn't in Dynamax. So that was a 4th hit there. Yeah, that was the 4th hit. And Skill Link is going to bring it up to the 5th hit there. So it needed probably 2 more hits to take me out. It needed like 7 hits. That'd be crazy if you could. Imagine if you could do like Rock Blast, but do it like twice in a row. Like, that'd be crazy. Like Parental Bond and Skill Link at the same time. Anyway, so we got the Cloyster going down for a Max Knuckle there, and that's really good, getting rid of that Pokemon. But their team was actually really good when you look at it. Like, honestly, there was like extra Mewtwo, Cloyster, and in comes a very big problem here. Now, Ditto's going to come in, right? It's going to copy my Barraskewda and all its boosts that it's got, right? I've got to swap out here. You might think that's a funny play, but I thought, no, I got to save that for later on, right? Because I've got that banded Aqua Jet, which could come in, like, very, very handy, right? Against even a Barraskewda, it'll do a lot of damage to it. It's not exactly what you call bulky, right? Anyway, so we got the Ditto go for a Dynamax, so Ditto is going to be a Barraskewda, and this is going to be doing a lot of damage. So I decided to go into my Dragon Bolt here, because I thought, okay, they'll probably go for, I'd say, like a close combat, right? That'd make sense. instead of going for a Zen Headbutt, because one Zen Headbutt's accuracy is a little bit shaky, and even if they Dynamax right, it would make sense to go for that. So instead of going for a close combat, they went for the Max Mindstorm, and that's going to take out my Dragon Bolt in one shot there. I don't know if they predicted that swap in there, but if they did, that was a good play there. But maybe it was just like pure luck. Unfortunately for me there, the Psychic Terrain's going to come up, so my Aqua Jet is going to be completely useless now. Right, so into Zamazenta. So Zamazenta, right, is going to get a +1 defense, which is actually going to help me out a fair bit here. I might be able to tank like a shot. So go for the Focus Miss. Focus Miss is going to crit. Ditto Desire actually gets outsped there, and it's going to Focus Sash. I was like, oh, I knew someone would have Focus Sash, right? So we got another Max Mindstorm there, powered up the Psychic Terrain, and there's no way I'm going to be able to live that one. So that sucks, unfortunately for me. Hang on. I was like, okay, I can't swap in Barraskewda here. I could go into my own Zamazenta, or not my Zamazenta, my Zacian ride with Struggle, so I could go for a Struggle and take the Ditto out with a Struggle. I've actually got 2 Struggle KOs in this couple of battles. That was amazing. Take out the Dynamax Pokemon with a Struggle. I reckon not many people could say that. And down goes the Ditto. So there's only one more Pokemon left, and I've got my Struggle Zacian, and I've got my Barraskewda still waiting there with a very powerful Aqua Jet or Liquidation. So the last Pokemon was Tokus. I'm actually very glad they didn't Dynamax this. I would have been in a world of pain. So going for Struggle. Struggle's about a 4-hit KO against the Tokus. Tokus is going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. So it's like, okay, that's going to do a lot of damage, and it didn't actually do too much damage. So this thing is definitely invested in bulk as well, right? Instead of more offense. So this is about a 4-hit KO against the Tokus. Tokus is going to go for another Dazzling Gleam here, and Dazzling Gleam is going to take me out. The last Pokemon I've got is Barraskewda. Now we got the terrain actually disappearing from the field, but I was very confident that Liquidation was going to be enough to take it out anyway. There's no point going for Aqua Jet. I may as well go for the power with Liquidation and the Choice Band. And this had Swift Swim too, if I didn't mention that. So Tokus is going to go down to that second attack there. Well, first attack for the Barraskewda. And that, my friends, is game. That was a crazy match there. And facing some really, really big threats with this thing. All right, people. I'll catch you next time. Peace.